Hey, how y'all doing? This is Mongo Slade, and today we're going to talk about Sheamus and Keith Lee. So, we get a couple of seconds between Sheamus and Keith Lee. So, what happens is Sheamus approaches Keith Lee during his promo early in the night, and he gives him credit for the Legends Night match. And saying, hey, if you earned, Drew McIntyre's respect, you got my respect. And Keith Lee was kind of like, okay, cool, thanks. And then here come Miz and Morrison, and they're being goofs, and they're being stupid, and they're wearing hey hey ho ho glasses, and they're just being real extra and loud and ridiculous, and talking about righting all the wrongs of 2020, and they're going to begin with beating these two guys up, and they're like, what in the world? Like, we're not really the guys you guys want to fight. And then John Morrison was like, well, last time you guys were partners, Sheamus kicked you in the face. So I think we got this one. I think we got this one pretty sold up, right? So they have the tag team match. And in the tag team match, they do something really cool. John Morrison is in the corner. Keith Lee runs across the ring, shoulder blocks John Morrison, and breaks the top rope. Like the top rope just comes off. It was fantastic. That was a great spot. And I immediately tweeted, I would love that we gonna just make Keith Lee like Shaq. Like, you remember when Shaq first got into the NBA and he was breaking those backboards, and he just kept shattering backboards, and they started making it like illegal to hang on the backboard and stuff like that because he was breaking them. They was that stuff was so popular. They were putting them in the video games. That's how badass it was. That they had like Shaq and various other people breaking the backboards. That's back when basketball used to be fun. I actually used to watch it. Now with basketball is like too corporate. I think the unions and all that type of stuff got involved. Anyway, I love that aspect. Like, we're gonna just start doing that with Keith Lee, where he just starts breaking things. Like, he's just gonna, just break the ring apart, not collapse the ring in that old Mark Henry Big Show type spot, but just like him tearing up the ring posts or, dislodging the walls. He done that a couple of times. Knocking people over the barricades. He's gonna knock the ring post loose one day. I love that stuff. Like him being so big, like he's just doing normal Keith Lee stuff and he's tearing things apart. Like, that sounds like some awesome shit. And I love that his reaction to it was to be surprised at first and then to smile. Like, haha, yeah, that was dope. And then Sheamus came down there and pat him on the back, like, yeah, brother, that was really good, man. So they win the match because, of course, they did. And they were hugging. Big E, Keith Lee and Sheamus started hugging, and they dapped and they hugged and everything. Then they went to commercial, and then when it came back from commercial, these two were face to face, arguing, shoving, pushing, demanding that the referee start the match. He's like, what match? What are they fighting for? Why are they fighting? Like, something happened between the time they won the match, went to commercial, and then we came back from commercial and they were fighting. And then they had this match. And then Keith Lee just wins the match with the Spirit Bomb, wins clean, right decision. Don't know why. They did a lot of 50-50 shit, in this show. They did a lot of 50-50 stuff where you had Sheamus win a match, then immediately lose one. They did the same thing with Jeff Hardy, where they had Jeff Hardy lose a match, then immediately win one. I don't, that reset to zero, it doesn't make sense. That's 50-50 booking, right? Now, they did tell a decent story in those two issues. No, well, not in the Jeff Hardy situation, but they was trying to excuse it, In this situation, it was kind of like, why would they want to fight again? Why would they want to fight each other? I don't know. We needed to explain. Like, we know that they don't like each other because of their past, so I thought that was supposed to be over. And now, after the match, Keith Lee, puts his fist out there for Sheamus to bump, and Sheamus hugs him again. And it's like, it's all about respect. And you know what? I get that, but this schizophrenic, bipolar situation here where we're fighting one minute, we're friends the next, we're fighting one minute, we're friends the next. That just reeks of, we don't know what we're doing. We're flying by the seat of our pants and there's no plan. when really you could have just did the tag team match and then done something else, like, but they had a lot of people pull a double duty. Now, Keith Lee and Sheamus they've had this rocky relationship since before Survivor Series. So it's been going on for about 3 or 4 months. Survivor Series is in November, December, January. Okay, 3 months. Well, maybe 4, because it was before Survivor Series. So they've been going back and forth, getting with Lee getting kicked by not paying attention. And so Lee is sort of gaining Sheamus's respect. Of course, this ultimately could either lead to Sheamus completely turning babyface, which he's kind of on the fence about, and or him healing on Keith Lee, which I think is probably going to end up being the best option. Is because Sheamus is probably going to end up having to wrestle Drew McIntyre, and it's probably best for Sheamus to be a full blown heel in that match in order for them to really get over. And I didn't mind what they did. I didn't mind Keith Lee and Sheamus having a match. I did mind the non-explanation. Or at least I didn't see an explanation for why they were having a match, other than they just were arguing. And I don't know, I think that Sheamus's mood swings. I think this is a Sheamus thing, where they're just going to have this guy have mood swings. And it's really strange that they're going to put him in this position. But it's like Sheamus is struggling with himself, I guess, where he doesn't know what he wants to be, whether he wants to be Oi, I'll kick you in your face, man, or he wants to be buddy. Or maybe he's being buddy until an opportunity, his opportunity to snake somebody is coming up. But is it interesting? It's hard to tell because there's no momentum with Sheamus either way. It's like Sheamus wins some, he loses some. It's not like he's losing a lot and then, he's waiting on that heel turn to change his fortunes. And it's not like he's winning a lot and then a heel turn would change his fortunes. Or a babyface turn would change his fortunes. He's wins some, he loses some. He's in that middling place. And Sheamus has been in this position for a long time. Before the Jeff Hardy feud, he wasn't doing anything. And then after the Jeff Hardy feud, he did the good feud with Big E. And then he didn't do anything. And then they kind of teased the whole thing with Drew McIntyre. They never really pulled the trigger on it because I guess they decided to go with Goldberg when Sheamus probably was a better choice. And now, since they went with Goldberg, they don't know what to do with Sheamus. And maybe you do Sheamus and McIntyre at WrestleMania. I've seen people mention that. And maybe you do. Maybe. But Sheamus and Keith Lee are both lost in the lurch. And this episode of Raw proves it. That they don't know whether these guys hate each other or like each other. I don't think they have a plan over where this stuff goes, other than one of them has to snake the other one, which means essentially that Keith Lee is probably going to end up getting snaked by Sheamus. And you know what? It would be fine if the payoff for this is in the Royal Rumble. Only problem with that is this is like another 4 or 5 weeks of this type of bipolar booking, and I'm not a fan of it. I need something steady. I need something to be able to follow, because if these guys are just going to be jumping back and forth, especially since Drew is going to be out for a while, there needs to be something concrete there with one of these guys who he's been tied to for a long time. There needs to be something concrete there that we can really get a real story out of them, instead of them just beating up Miz and Morrison, who are directionless as well. There's a lot of people who have no direction on Raw. That's just kind of how it is. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel. Spread the good word of 3 Count Commentaries by hitting 3 Count Commentaries. Also, just leave that hashtag laying around wherever you go, and hopefully people will get interested, click it and see my videos. I thank you guys. Send me money if you can. If you can, I would appreciate that. If not, that's fine. Don't worry about it. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Yeah, shed light. I know what that's like.